What is going on, everybody? It's SwaggyNOS. This is episode 2 of the Trio podcast. We're down 1/3. We have 2/3 of the podcast here. Well, actually, we have 3/3 of the podcast here, but one of the guys is kind of ill-informed on the topic today. He knows about the game. I mean, today we're basically talking about Black Ops 3 only, unless we think of other things to talk about throughout. He plays the game and he knows, the basics. He's a big COD guy, so he knows all about it. But we're talking about like current news, and he's just kind of ill-informed on all that stuff. So if he has any information, he'll join in whenever he wants. But other than that, he might not be talking too much. So it may just be me and Alex talking most of the time today. But Derek is here. Say what's up, Derek.
What's up, guys?
So he is here. That was not a, soundbite or anything. So, yeah, we're going to go and talk about Black Ops 3 for like basically the whole thing. And we're going to hop right into it. All right, the first line of business today is this happened last weekend, but the last podcast we did was last Friday, so the podcast aired before all this happened. But I wanted to talk about the event that happened for Black Ops 3. It was the second event, I believe. I think they had a first one already. This was the World League Qualifier. The top 8 teams in the North American scene qualified. A guaranteed spot for themselves in the World League. I think there were 4 teams from Europe and then 4 teams from Australia and New Zealand that qualified. So the 8 North American teams that qualified were, of course, Optic, Rise, FaZe, Envy, Apotheon, TK, Elevate, and Complexity. The only one that kind of stands out there is Apotheon, and I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but that's how it's spelled, so I'm just sounding it out, how Americans teach you English. So I'm just sounding it out. It says Apotheon to me. And although that team doesn't really stand out, you know who's on it. It's Fizzerp and his crew, so they're just not SB anymore. But yeah, that's, a typical thing. The only one I guess if I thought about it hard, I could find more teams, but the main team that I'm surprised isn't there, and I don't even know if they were at the event last weekend, but Denial. I'm kind of surprised. They were like one of the top teams in Advanced Warfare. Completely different game, mind you, but still kind of surprising. The EU teams that qualified were Epsilon. That's pretty typical. I think Epsilon's like the biggest EU team. Millennium, Infused, and Splice. I'm obviously not EU. I don't really know anything about these teams. I'm just stating them just for fact of the podcast. Australia and New Zealand teams were Skyfire, Tainted Minds, Mind Freak, and Immunity. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of these teams. Obviously, in the NA scene, I'm not going to really talk about the EU or the Australia and New Zealand teams, because like I said, I don't know really anything about them. But the NA scene, I think the biggest, what do I want to say? The biggest, I'm not sure how I want to state this. Like the most common to win. I don't know what the right. I've gone completely blank. But Optic and Rise, those were like the 2 top dogs. The reason I say Rise is because they won the first event and they actually did so pretty well. They looked really good. So they're looking really good. TK, they were really known for their good finishes in Black Ops 2, and they're doing really great in Black Ops 3 right now. So they're doing awesome. I really like Envy's roster. I think Envy's roster is awesome, so they're pretty cool. I'm pretty excited this year for competitive because I think the game is a great game. Treyarch's known for being very supportive of competitive players and the competitive scene. So I think overall it'll be a cool year for competitive, and I'm pretty excited. The only thing I don't like all the time is the constant roster changes, but I understand why they do it. They feel like they're not competing the way they should. They need to drop and pick up players. I get that, but I don't know. I just like seeing teams stick together and try and get through the tough times and all that. So yeah, those teams, like the 3 or 4 that I just mentioned, those are like the top dogs. Obviously, Complexity, they're a good team. I don't really know a whole bunch of the lineup, but I know Parasite's on there, and my friend Derek here is a big fan of Parasite. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Parasite ever since Black Ops 2, man. Seeing him do very well. Not too many people in the pro community give him like the easiest time, I guess. A lot of people always gave him a hard time just because they felt like he did good after he won like 3 events maybe in a row or something, and then he started just falling off. But it's nice to see that him and Mir, Ricky, and who's the last person on Complexity right now?
No idea.
Oh my goodness, I know who it is. Oh, Nameless. And it's nice to see them doing well and that they qualified for the World Leagues. Because personally, I've always been a fan of Parasite, like I said, since Black Ops 2, so I've always wanted to see him do well. And, yeah, I hope they do good this year.
All right, that's really all we have to talk about for the World League Qualifier. It was a great event. I wasn't able to watch as much as I would have liked to. I was kind of busy over that last weekend, and I got a few matches in. I watched I watched Optic beat some team. I forget the team. I don't remember who it was, but they beat them like 18-4 on Uplink, and that was pretty.
E6.
Was it? No, I don't think it was E6.
Yeah, it was their very first game. I'm pretty sure they played E6.
Oh, was it? He's probably right. I don't know. But yeah, they beat him 18-4 on Uplink. That was pretty rough. So I watched that game. That was a good one to watch. But that's pretty much all we're going to talk about for that. I mentioned all the teams that qualified. There's still, I'm not sure the exact number of spots, like 4 spots left for people to qualify online. And yeah, we'll see in the upcoming months who else qualifies for that. The next topic we have is, like I said, basically everything we're talking about is Black Ops 3 related. The next topic is about the Awakening DLC that has been announced. The release date is not yet known. All we know is that it's sometime in January 2016. So it's actually pretty close. I mean, like a month away, give or take.
I'm stoked. I'm really stoked.
Yeah.
It's not a month away.
Huh?
If you own Xbox, it's not.
Oh, well, yeah, PS4 a month away. Freaking PS4 nerds.
Yeah, dude, that pisses me off so much.
I'm just kidding, PS4. I love you guys.
Microsoft getting in early, dude, but Sony bought them out. Fucking nerds.
And the DLC maps, the maps look really good. I feel like a noob. I don't really know 2 of the maps. I know the other 2 though. There's 4 maps. Splash. I know me and Alex were both really hyped about that map. It's like an abandoned water park, and it looks really awesome.
Looks sick.
It does look sick. Skyjacked. I don't know how hyped I am for that map. I mean, I know what it is. It's basically. Did I say skyjacked or hijacked?
You said Skyjack.
Okay, so it's a remake of Hijacked. Yeah, it's called Skyjacked. Instead of a boat in the water, it's a plane in the air over a city. And I mean, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of that map, but I guess it's cool. And then there's Gauntlet and Rise. I know one of them. It's like a 3 different terrain map. I think that might be Gauntlet. There's one map where it's like snowy on part of it, like a jungle on part of it, and then like a suburban area on part of it. I think that's Gauntlet. I'm not sure. And then Rise is like, I don't know, factory maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about right now, guys, so don't take anything I'm saying as a fact. But, yeah, the maps look cool. The zombies, I'm going to try and say this. Der Eisendrachen, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
The zombies look cool. It reminded Alex, what'd you say, Call of the Dead?
Yeah, Call of the Dead from the original Black Ops. It looks, because it's like a snowy terrain and it's outside and it's like retro and stuff. It looks really good, and I've always been such a huge fan of the zombies. Like I said in the last podcast, zombies is so cool, and Treyarch has come such a long way with making their zombies like so complex and so many things you can play and so many different choices you have when you're playing. And I'm just really looking forward to the new map, and I really enjoyed Shadows of Evil. Like, it's such a huge change from Black Ops 2, so many more things, and I know I personally haven't done it, but I've seen on YouTube and other channels and stuff on the final cutscene on the Easter egg of Shadows of Evil, where you see Dr. Richtofen come and take that special orb from the Shadow Man, and I know it's supposed to be like kind of a story, and it's going to lead into the next map, which Neil was just talking about, that whatever the hell you call it. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm stoked. I really am.
So, if you can't tell by now, Alex is by far the biggest nerd out of the 3 of us for zombies. I like zombies, but I'm like the simple guy. You know, I like to do the trains and all that. I don't really like all the new age stuff. I mean, we talked about it a lot last podcast. It has its place for the new age people. It's whatever. I'm just not a huge fan of all that. But Alex, he's been grinding the zombies lately. and he's actually been getting pretty far learning the maps and all that. So he's probably looking forward to that new. Let me try and say it again. Der Eisendrachen. I'm actually pretty sure that I'm 100% correct on that. I'm pretty confident with that. So, but yeah, I don't really. I mean, I'll probably try it out, but I don't expect to do anything with it. But Alex might. If he gets some awesome gameplay, I might upload it for him.
For sure.
Because I know I'm not going to get anything cool. So, yeah, that's really all we have to do. Or that's all we have to talk about with the DLC coming up. Like I said, no specific date for PS4 users. Nerds. It's going to be January of 2016.
Now we're starting console.
Yeah.
So,
now we're the most hated podcast on YouTube. So, yeah, January 2016 for the PS4 dudes. Xbox probably February, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
A month later. Yeah, so that's all we really have for the Awakening DLC. And we have a couple more topics on Black Ops 3. All right, the next section of this podcast, we're going to be talking about the recent patch. I think it came just today, actually. We're recording this on Thursday, so, we're procrastinating. It's going to go up tomorrow on Friday, like it should. And I think the patch came out today, Thursday, December 10th, right?
Yeah.
10th? Okay. I think the patch just came out today. I said that 4 different times. And the patch included weapon tuning, prevention of streaks from locking on when it enters play space. Don't even know what that means. And then more fixes or issues for crypto keys. If you don't know what the crypto key thing is, that was a big thing with a gun game. You could crypto key farm. You could sit in a gun game all day and get free crypto keys without even being at your console. And they fixed that. So, I guess that's cool. I don't really care. They fixed the weapons. So for submachine guns, the Kuda, they increased ability to control recoil, so they buffed that a little bit. That's cool. I feel like the Kuda kind of had a little bit of recoil, right?
Yeah.
So I'm for that. That's cool. The VMP, the time was increased when aiming down sights, and the hipfire spread increased, so they nerfed the VMP a little bit. I feel like that was kind of needed. What were you saying before I interrupted you, Alex?
Oh, I was going to say that I enjoy the CUDA, and I think that's a good thing that they did that.
I'm for the VMP nerf too. That's one of my favorite guns, but it's also the reason it's one of my favorite guns because it's one of the best guns in the game.
Exactly.
So they really didn't do anything too crazy to it. They just made aim down sight time a little bit longer, and hipfire spread. You can't just destroy people without aiming in now. So the Weevil, they increased the ability to control recoil. I'm for that. The Weevil, they needed to do something to it. I'm happy with that. That's cool. It's a little bit easier to shoot down the sight now. The Vesper, they reduced the lethal range. That definitely needed it.
Yeah, dude. People were crossing map with that, dude.
Yeah, so it's probably an extra bullet downrange now. I'm assuming I don't have the stats. The Razorback, they increased ability to control recoil, increased lethal range, so they buffed that a little bit. That's good. The Razorback was incredible in the beta. Not so incredible in this game. Or the full release.
That's my favorite submachine gun, honestly.
It is, yeah. Alex loves the Razorback.
That's my first permanently unlocked weapon. I love that gun.
So you're probably happy then, right?
Yeah,
buffed a little bit?
Yeah, I never had a problem with it, honestly. Like, I was going ham with it, melting kids with it, but, if they want to make it better, sure, let's do
it. Right. Okay, now on to the assault rifles. The KN-44, they increased the ability to control the recoil. That's cool. The KN-44... if you guys have been around with my channel and you watch my beta videos, you'll know that was easily my favorite weapon, formerly Arc 7. I talk about that all the time. It was easily my favorite weapon in the beta. It's easily one of my least favorite in the full release game. I don't know why. It's just not as good as it used to be in the beta. So I'm kind of glad that they buffed that a little bit.
Yeah, for some reason, everybody can just destroy me with that gun, but when I try it, I just can't do a damn thing with it. So, I'm pretty happy about that as well.
And then the XR2 auto burst rifle, they reduced the movement speed. That's a nerf. I didn't know you could run with that thing very fast. I guess.
Yeah, that's
I don't really know what they did.
That's weird.
So the gun's perfectly fine. It's just slower moving, I guess. The HVK-30, they increased the ability to control recoil. So that's cool. Derek was actually just using the HVK. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot better. You don't need grip at all now.
No grip at all. You heard it here first, boys.
No, seriously, I've never...
What about the Weevil? Did you notice it on the Weevil, too?
The
recoil easy?
recoil is way easier to control.
So, I mean, the patch is not a joke, guys. It works. The ICR1, they increased ability to control recoil, hipfire spread reduced, and fixed an issue with the reload animation when a certain magazine was equipped. So that sounds like a really bad bug. I'm glad they fixed that. That's cool. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, but I wish it would tell you which one.
Yeah.
Wait, what does it mean? What does it mean? A certain magazine?
Like fast mags or cinemags when you reload it.
It messed it up.
Messing up. Okay.
So I mean that's cool. They fixed it.
But yeah, they fixed it. So I guess it doesn't really matter what the problem was.
The Man of War increased the ability to control recoil. I'm actually a big fan of that. I don't think it needed it though, personally.
No,
Yeah, dude, that gun was a headshot machine because of it.
Yeah, I thought the Man of War was perfectly fine. I felt like it was a balanced recoil, but the main reason I never used it is because of the recoil. So I mean, I guess I'm happy.
I won't even use it.
The M8A7, they finally nerfed that. They reduced the rate of fire again. The last patch, they increased the rate of fire for some odd reason. I don't know why, but they finally reduced it again, so that's all good. That's done with the assault rifles. The shotguns, the KRM 262, remove 3-hit kill, now guaranteed a 2-hit. That's incredible. I'm so glad they did that. That gun was atrocious. So that's good. The 205 Brecci, increased lethal range. It didn't need it, but I'm happy. That's cool. I'm a big shotgun guy in this game for some reason. I was in Black Ops 1 too. I always loved the
Spaz 12, dude.
No, the Olympia. That was my gun right there. For the Haymaker, they increased lethal range once again. Well, actually, that probably did need it. They nerfed that a while back, and it was really bad. So, I mean, I still think they didn't necessarily need it, but it's cool. For the light machine guns, the Dingo, movement speed increased ability to control recoil. I don't know why. The Dingo is insane already.
Yeah, it is, dude.
The 48 Dredge, fire rate reduced. That's probably a good thing. That gun was nutty. They nerfed the Dredge. Buffed the Dingo. Once again, Dingo, I don't know why. You didn't really need it. The pistols, the single-shot pistol MR6, the movement speed was increased. I guess that's good. I didn't notice anything. Maybe you just move faster now, I guess. The RK5, movement speed increased, reduced lethal range. That's good. They increased the movement speed so you run faster now, and it's not going to be a melt machine now, so that's good. The LCAR-9, the movement speed was increased. They reduced the damage, reduced the lethal range, hipfire spread increased. So they nerfed the absolute dog balls out of that.
I like that term.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what the LCAR does, because that was easily my favorite pistol. It was overpowered. So I'm curious to play sometime tomorrow and use that thing. So that'll be fun. The score streaks, this is what I'm most excited about right now, because the score streaks...
We're dog shit.
Yes, I was going to try to use a less vulgar term, even though I just said dog balls, but it was dog, it was absolute dog shit, the score streaks, and I'm glad that they did something. So the HCXD explosive damage increased, and I'm pretty sure with this new update, you can kill people with flak jacket if you're close enough. So little FYI for those of you who try and use flak jacket, HCXDs will kill you now if they're close enough. The dart, there's a lot of stuff happening to the dart. Explosive damage increased for collision, explosions, handling tuning, minimum speed slightly reduced, fixed an issue where dart was not locking onto enemy players. They buffed the crap out of that. That's cool. I never used the dart because I'm just not good with it. But for those of you who like the dart, there you go. The Talon, AI controlled damage slightly increased. That's good because I'm not a big fan of AI controlled score streaks unless it's like a mothership. I've actually never even used a mothership. I've never even run it on a class. So I know that got a buff though too. So the Talon, I'm happy with that because now if I want to run it, I don't have to use it manually for it to do anything. It will do stuff by itself. Speak of the devil, the mothership, increased number of missiles required to destroy by 2. So now if people are trying to shoot you down in your mothership, they're gonna need 2 more missiles, which is awesome. Owner turret explosive bullet damage increased. Owner turret explosive bullet damage. I don't know what that means. They increased the damage. That's all I can tell you. Owner rocket turret projectile speed increased. So the gun shoots faster. They buffed the crap out of the mothership. That's good. Might as well if it's the highest kill streak. So good news. They increased the Hellstorm. The cluster bomb explosive damage was increased. I'm so happy.
Oh yeah, thank God, man. That Hellstorm was fucking poop. Like, every time I'd get it, I'd get 0 kills. But
I'd get 1 when I'm in a group of 5 people. I would somehow get 10 hit markers and 1 kill. The Hellstorm is very atrocious, very frustrating to use. So I'm glad that they did something. Obviously, in the beta, it was overpowered. But I think they toned it down too much, and I'm glad they found a happy medium. Hopefully, I haven't used it yet, so I'm glad. Do you have anything else to say about the Hellstorm?
Like you said, it was freaking poop. Like,
it was bad, yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. So I'm glad they fixed it because, like, I mean, that's a appropriate score to get a Hellstorm missile. But then after you get it, you'd be like, "What the hell was that for? I didn't get shit."
Yeah. The Rolling Thunder, explosive radius per drone increased, explosive damage per drone increased, added 4 pairs of drones, and then health per drone increased. Is that the right thing, Rolling Thunder? I don't know. If that's the right thing, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of scrolling through this. But that the Rolling Thunder needed a buff. That thing was really bad for what it is. I remember the Rolling Thunder in Black Ops 2 was incredible. I loved using it. In this game, I get maybe like no kills. Like, I think that's the best I've gotten with the Rolling Thunder is 0. So I'm glad they did something because maybe 1 kill. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah, like for how many kills it takes.
Yeah.
For how much score you have to get that.
It was really bad. The Cerberus increased missiles required to destroy by 1. Increased EMP grenades required to destroy by 1. So that's cool. It's a little bit harder to destroy now. The GI unit increased number of war machine hits required to destroy. Slightly increased duration. Slightly increased the base health. I think that's a totally different thing. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. Slightly decreased time stunned when hit by EMP grenade. So that's good. The UAV increased base health. I don't know what that means. Does that mean it takes more than 1 missile now?
Yeah, it won't be as easy for them to shoot it down.
I feel like that's kind of weird. I feel like a UAV should be kind of easy to shoot down, right?
Yeah.
Counter UAV is the exact same thing. So maybe it's 2 missiles now. I guess that's fair, 2 missiles.
But people are using ARs to shoot them down.
Oh, really?
I've noticed.
Okay, well that makes sense then. So yeah, the UAV and CUAV are harder to shoot down now. That's good. Because I know I run UAV every game.
Well, yeah, I was
and I'm tired of them constantly getting shot
now
down.
Also does extra damage to that stuff, so...
It does. The Wraith, increased base health. I'm really glad because I'm so tired. If you watch my gameplays, the Wraith is my favorite kill streak next to the Raps. The Raps are my favorite. But the Wraith, as soon as you call it in, you get like 1 kill, and then goodbye. It's gone. Completely shot down. I'm glad that they increased the base health. And they also fixed an issue where the flak drone would not intercept incoming missiles. So that's good because now it's going to shoot that... What's that one missile called with the helicopter? Like if you shoot a missile at it, the missile doesn't kill it.
Oh, the flares.
Flares, yeah. So they fixed the flares on it. That's good. The Raps surprisingly got a damage buff. I thought the Raps were incredible the way they were. Increased number of missiles required to destroy a deploy ship by 1. So instead of shooting the deploy ship down, you have to use an extra missile now. Increased health per drone, so it's actually harder to kill the Raps now. And explosive damage per drone increased. I'm really surprised about that. But hey, I'll take it. It's literally my favorite kill streak. And then the Lightning Strike, last but not least in this patch, reduced the time between target selection and payload delivery. So that's cool. That means that they're going to come down quicker, right?
Yeah, that'll come down after each target that you chose.
Yeah, because I felt like when you use the Lightning Strike in this game, like...
It takes 10 minutes?
Yeah, by the time that you place it out where they're already
They're gone for sure.
And
you have to plan ahead when you're using that. I'm really glad. I'm sorry that patch note took 10, 12 minutes. That might have been boring for you if you're not interested, but I'm really glad about this patch. The score streaks definitely needed it, and I'm happy that they're on top of their game this year. So yeah, that's it for the patch.
My dog is actually trying to hump me right now.
That was unneeded. We have one more topic to talk about with this podcast, and then we are going to leave you guys. And yeah, that's that.
Alright guys, this is Alex, and we're going to talk about one more thing before we head out of here. This weekend we got Double XP coming up. I'm stoked for that. Everybody loves Double XP, ranking up faster. And they actually are involving a Nuketown playlist only, and I'm really psyched for that. Everybody loves Nuketown, classic map. from the original Black Ops.
Let me chime in real quick. I'm really sorry. By the time you guys are watching this, Double XP is already live, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, so get ready, get on your Xboxes, get on your PS4s, and get ready to slay some multiplayer and just have some fun and rank up as much as you can. Like I said, I'm really excited that they're including the Nuketown playlist. It's going to be really fun. I was kind of sad that they only included it in Mosh Pit. But I'm really, oh my god, sorry. We're having a meltdown over here.
My foot's asleep and I'm making weird faces.
But yeah, Nuketown, it's going to be fun playing it. It's always clusterfuck on Nuketown, but
I hate it so much.
But it's just fun because you get so many kills and you can rank up a hell of a lot faster than anything else. And I'm excited to play some double XP. Hopefully, I can hit that prestige rank 2 because I'm a boss. All right,
yeah,
Derek.
I'm grinding.
And for all the nerds out there, remember, grab your Red Bulls, don't go outside, and play double XP.
True that.
True that. Get them Doritos.
Alright, guys, we done?
I think so, man.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate all
I
the
love
time.
this.
Wish we all could have had a little bit more input.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't know much about, like, the league play. Like, Neil knew a lot more than I did, but
Yeah,
I still love to be...
Oh, now that you mentioned league play, that was another part of the patch. They fixed Arena. So Arena's more like a Pro Series thing now, so...
Oh, that's cool.
It's not noob-friendly anymore. That's cool. Yeah.
try it out.
Try it out. I plan on it, because before this, Arena was awful. And it was
Yeah.
miserable, and I was playing 1v4 constantly, so... I'm happy.
Well, I haven't tried it out yet, but now that you mention it, I probably will give it a shot.
Yeah.
But,
Alright, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We really love doing this podcast, and we love that you guys are tuning in and giving us a chance. Like, this is only our second episode, but we really want to bring you guys some more episodes to come, and we hope you guys will hit that subscribe button for SwaggyNOS, and we'll hope to talk to you guys again.
Absolutely. Thank you for the 12, 13 views that we got on the first one. I actually was not expecting it at all. I appreciate each and every one of your faces. And do you have to say anything, Derek, before I go and log out of here?
I'll smell you guys later.
We will smell you nerds later.
Take it
Alright,
easy, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. This has been SwaggyNOS. Enjoy the new outro. Thanks for watching, dudes. See you later.
Till you find your